So now we're going to do long division, but you notice these both have an x in it. So this is going to work a little differently. Okay, so it's going to look a little different. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and write this out. Make sure that we've got now, this one's got an issue. Okay, I already see an issue here we're going to have to address. So when I rewrite this here, notice it goes from the fourth power to the third power, and there's no second power. So when you're missing a power, what you have to do is you have to put a 0 placeholder for that power. So I'm going to put plus 0 x squared. Okay, so you have to put a placeholder for that power. Okay, so you should go fourth, third, second, first, and then, but if you're missing one, you have to put a placeholder there. Okay, so that's a common mistake that I would make. So I got to be careful. Now you want to make this first term match with that. So x squared times what gives you 2x to the fourth? Well, first off, 1 times what gives you 2? 2. And then x squared times what gives you x to the fourth? X squared, so it'd be 2x squared. I'm going to put that aligned with the x squared value there. So I'm going to kind of line up the powers there. So x squared times 2x to the 4, or I'm sorry, I'm going to multiply each of these by 2x squared. 1 times 2 is 2. X squared times x squared is x to the fourth. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. X times x squared is x to the third. So I'm subtracting that quantity. Remember, when you subtract the quantity, you could add the opposite. So that cancels. 3x cubed plus 4x cubed, 7x cubed. And I got to bring down the next power, plus 0x squared. Okay. Now, x squared, let's look into this. 1 times what gives you 7? 7. X squared times what gives you x cubed? X. So 7x. So I'm going to multiply both of these by that. When x squared times 7x would be 7x cubed. Negative 2x times negative 7x would be negative 14x squared. Be minusing here. So subtracting, add the opposites. That cancels. We're left with 14x squared minus 7x. Okay. Now, 1x squared times what gives you 14x squared? 1 times what gives you 14? 14. So I'm going to multiply each of these by 14. So x squared times 14 to 14x squared. Negative 2x times 14 is negative 28x. I'll be subtracting this. Just add the opposite. That cancels. Negative 7 plus 28 is 21x. And then minus 10. Now, here's the dilemma we've gotten into. X squared times what gives you x? You can no longer, the power you're dividing by is greater than what you have left over. So at this point, you can't go any further. So you're actually going to stop here because what you're dividing by, the exponent to the degree, is greater than what the degree of what you have left. So this is going to be my remainder. And so I'll put plus, I'm going to put the parentheses on the quantity, 21x minus 10 divided by, and then you divide by what you're, so this is your remainder, so I'll put that there, divided by x squared minus 2x. So this would be my answer.